Serena, we need to re-establish Alpha Base before we can proceed with the mission.
Captain, the base power system is offline and the lockdown protocol is in effect. If we rebuild, the lockdown will end and the doors will open. Projection for new base location ready.
Ready to roll.
All units.
Rolling.
Station complete.
The base is up and running again. We need supply pads built so I can send down materials.
Supply pad.
The command center is online, but it can't house Marines. We'll need a barracks to call in the troops.
Ready to roll. Standing by. Ready to roll.
Barracks complete.
We need to establish a larger military presence on the ground.
Marines, hoorah! Standing by. Moving. Standing by. Moving. Marines reporting for duty. Standing by. Moving. Marines ready, sir. Standing by. Moving. Marines are...
Keep constructing buildings and upgrading them where you can. The lockdown is lifted and the front gate is opening.
Standing by.
I've highlighted the area where Sergeant Forge found the structure.
Rolling.
Supply pad complete.
Can't stop.
Turret complete.
Hey!
Reactor complete. More resources required. Turret complete. Supply pad upgraded. Turret improved. Turret improved. Supply pad upgraded.
Yeah, no lie.
Supply pad upgraded. Turret complete. Fortress upgrade complete. More resources required. 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 Reactor complete. Vehicle depot complete. Turret complete. Turret improved. Turret improved. Turret complete. Turret improved.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, you're watching High School Musical. Okay, I thought you were staying awake and watching Bolt. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
Are you talking about watching Bolt without you?
yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Oh. I hope you sleep well, honey. Love you. Good night.
Turn out the light above me.
Yeah, I can turn that off. Just the light above you,
Yeah.
not both.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Reactor improved.
Cobra, rolling out. Where to? Going. Where to? Going. Going.
I'm picking up lots of Covenant chatter around your position. Looks like they are setting up defenses.
Base under attack.
Where to? Locked on target. Where to? Where to? Where to? Going. Where to? Locking down. Where to? Lock down. Where to? Going. Going. Where to? Locked on target. Locked on target. Going. Deploying. Where to? Going. Cobra, ready to fire. Where to? Going. You got it. Where to? Going, going, going. Where to? Going, going, going. Cobra, crack, going. Locked on target. Going. Locked on target. Setting up. Locking down. Where to? Locked on target. Going. Locked on target.
More resources required.
Where to? Going, going. Where to? Take cover of those down pelicans! Move! Locked on target. Going. 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 Where to? Going. Going. Where to? Going. 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 Cobra, locked and loaded. Where to? Going. Locked on target.
Base under attack.
Going. Locked down. Where to? Going. You got it. Where to? Going. Where to? Cobra, ready to fire. Setting up. Where to? Going. Deploying. Going, going. Where to? Where to? Going. Where to? Going. Healing target. Where to? Locking down. Where to? Going. Lock down. Where to? Setting up. Where to? Deploying. Standing by. Standing by. Standing by.
Deflection plating research. More resources required.
Reject healing target. Going. 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 Locked on target. Contra loaded up. Going. 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 Where to? You got it.
More resources required.
Where to? Where to? Where to? Going. Cobra, rolling out. Going. Lock down. Where to? Where to? Going. Where to? Where to? Setting up. Where to? Where to? Going.
Already at maximum population. Enemy engagement.
Where to? Cobra, locked and loaded. Where to? Locking down. Where to? Deploying.
units.
Locked on target. Cobra. Regenerate healing targets.
Local units.
Locked on target. Where to? Going. 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 Locking down. Going. Where to? Where to? Got it.
All units.
Locked on target. Where to? Deploying. Locked down. Where to? Where to? Locking down. Where to? Got it. Where to? Locked on target. Deploying.
Local units.
Locked on target.
Base under attack.
Setting up. Locking down. Cobra, rolling out.
Already at maximum population.
Well, well, looky here. The Covenant built themselves a little base. Where to? Going.
Our primary mission here is to reach that structure. Destroying that base is a secondary objective.
Locked on target. Where to? Got it. Going. Where to?
Local units.
Locked on target. Where to? Regenerate healing target. Locked on target. Where to? Locked on target.
Station complete.
Locked on target. Where to? Where to? Going. Going. Going.
Fortress upgrade complete.
Where to? Where to? Locked on target.
Turret complete.
Where to? Locked on target. Where to?
Supply pad complete.
Where to?
Supply pad upgraded.
Going. Going. Where to? Going. Where to?
Turret complete.
Where to? Going. 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 Where to? Where to? Going. 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 Where to?
Supply pad complete.
Deploying. Where to? Locked on target.
Supply pad complete.
Locking down.
Supply pad upgraded.
Deploying. Setting up. Setting up. You got it. Locking down. Where to? Going. Going. Where to? Where to? Going. 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 Setting up. You got it. Where to? Locking
Turret
down.
complete.
Where to? Lock down.
Supply pad complete. Supply pad complete.
Where to? You got it. Where to? Going.
Supply pad upgraded. Supply pad upgraded.
Going. Regenerate healing target. Where to? Locked on target. Where to? Deploying. Locking down. Setting up. Where to? Going. Lock down. Where to? Locked on target. Going. Where to? Where to? Going. 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 Where to? Locking down. Where to? You got it. Where to? Where to? Where to? Lock down. Where to? Going. Going. Where to? Going. 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 Going.
Base
going,
under
going.
attack.
Setting up. Where to? Deploying. Going. Locking down. Where to? Where to? Going. Where to? Where to? Lock down. Where to? Going. 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 Setting up. Locking down. Deploying. Where to? Going. Where to? Where to? Where to? Going. Where to? Where to? Locking down. Where to? Locked on target. Where to? Lock down. Deploying. Setting up. Going. 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 Where to? Going. Where to? Going. Where to? Where to? Going. Where to? Going. Going. Where to? 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 Going. Going. Where to? Going. Lock down. Where to? Where to? Going.
Base under attack.
Where to? Going. Locking down.
I've lost contact with some warthogs on patrol. Keep an eye out for them, will you?
Where to? Going. Going, 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 going. You got it. Where to?
Yeah, no wonder it is.
Standing by. Moving. Where to? Setting up. Where to? Deploying. Locking down. Where to? Lock down. Where to? Where to? Where to?
Wait.
Base under attack.
Where to? Where to? Going. Where to? Going. Where to? Moving. Where to? You got it. Where to? Deploying. Where to? Setting up. Standing by. Moving. Standing by. Moving. Moving.
Are you sure we need all this gear?
Moving. 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 Grenade on my mark. Moving. Moving.
UNSC!
Moving. Moving.
Base under attack.
Where to? Going.
All units.
Going. Where to? Going.
I'm sure.
All units.
Going. Locking down.
Enemy engagement.
Begin healing target. Going. Where to? Going. Going. Where to? Lock down. Going. Going.
All units.
Going. Going. Locked on target.
If the Covenant detonate those explosives, our mission here is over. Get to the detonator.
Local units.
Deploying.
Local units. Local units. Base.
Good work. Prepare for new orders.
Alpha Base, this is Bravo 29, heavy inbound. I've got the professor aboard.
Like, hey, you could continue up the ladder, and you would be excellent at this. And then they're like, yeah, I don't really care. I'm just happy where I'm at.
But that's different. That's different than clearly, like, yeah, like you said, I'm happy where I'm at, and that's that. But versus someone who's like, no, I'm not happy where I'm at, but I'm not going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've spoken to this friend. He's like, oh, I want to find a different company. I want to do this, and it's like, okay, do it.
Yeah.
I literally, I'll give him suggestions. I'll be like, dude, company A, company B, company C. Talk to this person, our mutual friend or our mutual acquaintance that worked with, who's in a good position at this other company. Talk to this guy. I don't want to bother him. It's like, dude, fucking pick up the phone, you deaf.
Yeah.
It's called networking, bro.
Yeah, no. I mean, like,
I remember one
Worst case
I
scenario,
got
he tells you, sorry, I'm busy, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, look, that's exactly what I told him. I was like, bro, call him. Worst case scenario, he'll be like, yo, I'm busy. I'll talk to you later. Or he'll be like, sorry, I can't help you. But at least you knocked on that door.
yes.
Ground control.
Yeah.
Men are closing in. Prepare emergency launch protocol.
I remember I got pissed with him because, like, the network that me and him, we have the exact same network because we worked side by side for the longest time.
Oh, shit.
The network that we have is insane. The amount of people who have left the company that we all worked at together and are now in extremely good positions in other companies is otherworldly.
Oh damn.
Every time I'll be like, dude, call this guy, talk to him. He'll be able to set you up, or he can recommend something, or like he can help you.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I don't like him that much. Who gives a fuck, dude?
Yeah.
As long as you didn't like call his mother a harlot or some shit, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, call him, dude. It's not like I don't like. Oh my god. Just remember, it's actually getting me a little heated because it's just like it was like talking to a brick wall.
Can't you guys hurry up?
Every suggestion you make, he's got an excuse for it. He's got an excuse for it. It's like, dude, fucking like anything.
Rolling.
You're complaining constantly about your job. I'm giving you the answers, but you're just like, no. It's like the guy goes to the doctor and is like, hey doc, I broke my wrist. I need you to fix it for me. It's like, okay, we're gonna put this cast on. I don't like casts. Okay, we'll do this. I don't like that. It's like, who gives a fuck what you like? Do what you gotta do, my man. Like, the fuck?
I mean,
Now, just to play devil's advocate a little bit, not saying that's exactly what's happening, but it almost kind of sounds like they're just trying to vent their issues and they're not looking for a solution.
no, that is actually 100% a
They
thing.
they know what the solution is and they don't care to hear it because they already know what it is. They just want to vent.
Yeah.
They just want to talk.
It's valid.
Do you guys know the terminology nail in the forehead?
No, I've never heard of that before.
So it's an analogy. This is in like in therapy and all that stuff. Where if someone's venting to you about literally what you just said, like an issue or something, they don't want you to fix it. They just want to express that they're having that pain. Don't fix the problem for me. I don't want the problem fixed, but I want to vent that out to you so you know about the problem.
I see.
This is something that I've witnessed. This is something I've witnessed 1,000 times with not just like my parents' relationship, but with like my sister and her boyfriend. Is that something I've noticed that men do a lot? Are men are problem solvers. We want to solve the issue. We will fix the broken thing, the squeaky wheel. A lot of women and ladies, they want to vent their feelings and talk about their feelings. They don't necessarily are not looking for a solution. They might already know what the solution is, but they just want to vent about their feelings. And so men many times will start to try to go into problem solver mode, and that's not what they want.
I've marked some locations suitable for base deployment.
No, that's 100%. Oh, sorry. You go ahead, Noah.
No, I was gonna say, like, I get that, and I do have a rule about that when it comes to like my mom, my sisters, like any female acquaintances or like lady acquaintances I have in life. Is if you want to vent to me, tell me you're just venting. If you want me to help you solve the problem, tell me you want my help to solve the problem. And in general, that's kind of the rule I have, like in general with most of my friends. Is like, if you're gonna vent to me, tell me you just want to vent. So I will shut up and I won't give you the answers, or like what I think are.
I think that's a very fair, pre-established thing, but I think most people are not gonna think like that necessarily, or think to express that beforehand.
That's true.
No, I think that's definitely. I think that's a very fair and healthy thing to do, is to, at least with like people you already know, like, hey, I'm going to go into this, but I don't think a lot of people think about that before they go into that kind of a thing. Like, hey, I'm just trying to vent. I'm not looking for anything, but like, this is how I feel about these things, and they're pissing me off. Like, I just want to like vibe check for a little while, like, am I the only one that's experiencing bullshit like this kind of a thing?
Yeah. Like for me in general, like, I'll be the first to admit, sometimes I'll just vent without noticing that I'm venting. Right? And I'm not necessarily looking for advice. I'm just kind of, because most things that I'm venting about is something that I don't really need advice on. It's just something that is bothering me. It's not like an issue that is mine. It's usually like something else that is happening that I really have no control over.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I think
But
we all
like,
do
if
it.
yeah, like, I mean, but if I'm gonna, like, personally, if I'm venting about a problem I'm having, by default, I'm looking for suggestions. Like, that's just my default. So it's probably something I need to work on because I guess I just assume that's what everyone else wants too if they come to me with a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, my dad's the same way. My dad, you can't vent him just to vent. You go to him with a problem, he has to give you all the answers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I guess I get that from him.
It's a very guy thing to do.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
a
was
very
gonna,
guy
Yeah.
thing.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, me and Anna has talked to counselors about that because that's a thing we both struggle with. It's like, I love to solve problems because that's literally what I've done my entire life, is solve problems. So,
Problem solving is so fun.
yeah.
I love problem solving.
So,
Anyway, sorry.
no, you're good, and she's working on that, and so like with me, like telling the idea how to solve it, I think also it came across as like I'm telling you what to do, and then just kind of makes you feel like I don't want to do that. You know, it's like you're telling me to do this thing, but I don't really feel like it. I want to come up with that own idea for my own self. If that makes sense. Like,
I see what you mean. Yeah, it's kind of like that pet peeve where it's like, oh, I'm gonna get up and wash the dishes. You know, you just think about it. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and then your mom walks in and she's like, hey, wash the dishes. It's like, you know what? Fuck you, no.
No, 100%. I think that's also like a thing as well. It's like if people feel like they were forced into having the idea, then they don't want to do it. But if they can come up with that own idea themselves, they're like, well, that's kind of cool. I came up with that own idea. I'm gonna do it now. You know.
Yeah, that I can get because I'm like that. Like if I'm doing something out of like, oh, I saw this, it needs to get done, I'm doing it. And literally my dad does this all the time. I will see something and I will be prepping to do it. And he'll see what I'm prepping and be like, oh, you can use that to fix it. And it's like, oh my god, that's exactly what I was gonna do. Why'd you have to say anything?
Yeah.
It's like every fiber of my being will be like, you know what? Now that you told me and asked me to do it, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because originally I was doing it because why not? Now I'm being told to do it. It's not something I have to do.
Yeah.
It's very juvenile as fuck, but you know.
No, that's literally how our brains work.
It almost kind of feels like the who are you to tell me that I should be doing this?
Yeah, no.
Like this is something that I wanted to do anyway, and now you're telling me as if you think that I'm not capable of realizing that it needs to be done.
Yeah. It's so funny how our brains work.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. But yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, you know, it's just
More resources.
I mean, I just for me, it's I want everyone to have like it's gonna sound hella peachy, but you know, I want everyone to have a good life. You know, I don't want anyone to be going through hard times, rough times. You know, that's it's very human. You know, it's. I've gone like for me personally, I've gone through a lot of hardship growing like through my life, and a lot of just like turmoil, external and internal.
Okay.
That it's just like I don't like seeing anyone else go through that, and if I can help you not go through that, I will.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, but it's just like it's like, you know, my dad he has an example for that. He's like there's two kinds of people in life: those who will listen to the experiences of others and avoid the pitfalls that they fell into, and the other ones who need the world to grab them by the back of their neck and smack it into the ground for them to learn.
Yeah. Sometimes shitty moments are the best lessons, you know. It's like...
Yeah. Genuinely.
I mean, you can tell someone not to drive into a brick wall 100 times, but they're not going to realize that it's a bad idea until they run into a brick wall.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Actually.
And there you go, my dad's example. Either someone will listen to that and be like, you know, this guy probably knows. I'm gonna not do that. The other person will be like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And then that person, they gotta crash into a brick wall and get fucked by the world in order to learn that, hey, maybe you shouldn't drive into a brick wall. Jackass.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's
In my sights. Initial coordinates.
is the way of the world.
Alright, boys, I'm rolling up on my stop here in the next minute.
Oh, that's right. You're heading to work.
All units.
Oh yeah, shit, you are.
Yeah,
Shit.
All units.
I don't know
crazy
why my
day,
day
and I
was.
still feel like shit, but you know, here we are.
Enemy engaged.
I feel you, man.
I gotta. Money's not gonna make itself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real, dude. That green dollar bills ain't gonna print themselves.
Wow.
The cash don't stack it.
I grabbed myself some NyQuil, and I'm gonna slam that shit down and
Resources required.
Oh
throw
yeah.
Oh yeah,
myself
you
into
go
a
to
bomb.
sleep and serve your job. I gotta remember that.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I am low-key jealous about that. Like, I would
I go to bed to go to work.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to work, so I
Alright.
can go to sleep.
Alright, I'm here, so y'all have a good night.
Hey, have a
You
good
too,
night,
brother. I love you.
dude. Love you, man.
Yeah. Y'all love it, you guys. You guys have a good night.
Oh, thank you.
You
Have a
too,
good
man.
night,
Drive
too.
safe, stay safe, be safe.
Yeah.
Oh man, shit, dude. Honestly, I'm happy. I've been hearing more about, like, more of you. You know?
Oh, like in Discord or?
Yeah, like seeing you around and stuff like that. It's been a while. I feel like you kind of became a unicorn there for a minute.
Yeah, no, thanks for saying that. That means a lot to me. But, yeah, no, it literally just been, I was working a lot. Like, I think my craziest shift I've done is I go to work at 6 a.m., right? And then I get off at 2 p.m. I go back at 7 p.m. I get off at 5 a.m. And then I start my next shift at 6 a.m. and I get off at 2 p.m.
Damn. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're like nose to the grindstone.
Yes, and like that week when I did the game review, I literally was work or sleep, and the only reason why I got the video done is because I have my laptop.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, so, and then I've been doing a lot of overtime since March just to like help bills and money and stuff, and unfortunately, like Anna, well, she kind of got fired, but she also let go from her job and stuff, and she's been trying to find a job, but it's been really shitty. So
she got laid off, kind of.
Well, it's the biggest thing is that she would call off a lot because she has health issues and stuff, and she told them that, you know, it's like, yeah, I have all these health issues and stuff. I'm be calling off a lot. They're, oh, okay, don't worry about that, don't sweat it. And then they got after her for calling off a whole bunch. So they're pretty much were gonna, they're pretty much were gonna fire her, and so she's just like.
That's the typical dirty play they do.
Yeah, and so because of that, she's been trying to find a job, but it's so hard to find a job. So I've been working enough so I can pay rent, I can pay her bills, my bills, and have a little extra cash and stuff. So I've been doing. I think on average I've been doing like
Base under attack.
58 hours a week. I'll do 2 doubles and then I'll do a 10-hour shift. So.
Damn.
Yeah, so.
Well, man, I mean, I'm assuming the paycheck is worth it, so as long as it is and it's helping you before, you know, from getting blown away by the wind, keep doing it, man, you know?
Thank you.
Trust me, like, I was kind of talking to Austin about this the other day.
Okay.
I know. Okay, this is gonna sound. I'm gonna sound very full of myself, but I know a lot of my friends. I'm not speaking for our group. I'm just saying in general because of situations that have happened to me in the past.
Yeah, no.
I know that the way I am when it comes to like money and stuff like that. I have a lot of friends who think I come from a filthy rich family.
Really? What the?
I had a friend who was genuinely convinced my father was a multi-millionaire.
Where did they get that?
Because, well, it's because I am very vague about my family's finances.
Which you have every right to be. Like, I don't like talking about my finances.
Yeah, like So no, like not even my personal finances. In general, I am vague about finances.
Okay.
I have no problem talking about expenses because everyone has expenses.
Yeah.
That's fine. But how much is coming in and
Yeah,
how much
no.
there is somewhere else, that shit I keep vague as fuck.
Yeah,
No one needs to know those numbers.
Yeah, unless I'm talking with you guys on a very specific topic like this, I'll be like, yeah, I've been making good money. Like, I've been making about $1,800 a check every 2
Hell
weeks.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, so, because overtime I get 30 an hour, and I will admit, my job is easy, and I'm very thankful for that. It's only difficult because I am doing so many hours, not because the job is difficult. It's just I am existing at work.
No, like you're putting in the work, so it's yeah.
But,
I feel you, believe me.
But I finished overtime, so I shouldn't be doing overtime for a while. So you're gonna see me a lot more and stuff on Discord. It's just literally I would go to work, sleep, go to work, go to sleep, go to work, go to sleep, do YouTube if I need to. Maybe like because I have a rule where I try to work on YouTube at least 15 minutes a day. That's just you know, I think that's a great way for me to stay in the habit and stuff. Obviously, if I'm not able to do that, I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm a fucking loser. But it's just a goal I like to have for myself. I'm a very like now schedule person. I try to like have daily goals, like all right, walk so many steps or do this and that, you know. So
and it's those baby steps that you build habits with, and literally like when it comes to by the way, like when it comes to health, literally just walking a little bit every day is amazing for you.
No, 100%. That's why I'm like taking up the stairs when I'm doing my walkthroughs for my job, and like I'm thankful that my job, even though I sit a lot on my job, I also am walking a lot as well because it's a freaking 5-floor building with a basement. So yeah, so I do that about 3 to 4 times a day, and I do some other stuff as well. So like I'm actually kind of walking quite a bit, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I've been just trying to, survive, but again, also been trying to focus on YouTube because this year I've already gained like almost 500 subs and just a lot of views and momentum. And I'm like, well, if I keep hard on this, I feel like I can make this like a full-time job, and I would love to because this is my dream. So,
I'll say like even with all of Bobby's like knowledge about how YouTube works and stuff like that, he's kind of his own worst enemy when it comes to content creation.
No, 100%.
He has to dive into, and this is not something bad about him. It's just when it comes to YouTube, like what I'm mentioning is not a bad trait to have, where you deep dive into subjects and make sure you have like all the information A to Z. That's not bad at all. But when I say Bobby's his own worst enemy, it's like, okay, like you remember how long it took for him to bump out that the Goblin video for Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah, that took him forever.
Yeah, like the for lack of a better term, the hype was like done and buried by the time he got it out.
No, 100%.
So that's in the sense because he just keeps going and going and going. And like I get that. I remember I used to love writing essays in school. Because, dude, I could talk the fucking get out of a subject by tangents. Mastering how to fucking tangent is insanely useful.
Yeah.
I would mention something here, and then, dude, like, I remember I had a report on Canada. I had to do a report for, like, I forget which grade, but it was like I had to do a report on Canada and the, what was it? The provinces of Canada. Dude, I went crazy. I started talking about the indigenous history of each of these provinces and which tribes were there and what the tribes were like. Dude, it turned into a report about native tribes of each province in Canada. Instead of just a simple report about the provinces of Canada.
Okay. Well, give me 25 seconds. I'm super sorry. Just
No, you're good. Do your thing.
I have to focus.
You're good. Do your thing. I'm like 5 minutes away from my destination, so I'm just cooking, just driving.
T-minus 5,
Okay, I did it. Oh my gosh, because if the plane died, I had to do the mission all over again, and I've been struggling on this mission. It was the last mission for the challenge. Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah, I literally stopped breathing because there's a thing called a mega turret, and it can like pretty much one-shot the plane. So what you could do to prevent that if it attacks the plane is you pop a heal between the shots, and it'll give it a quick heal. So I'm just like.
Oh, so you had to like lock in for the timing and stuff.
Yeah, thankfully it didn't attack the plane. I had a strategy, because I'm using Cobras, which are anti-vehicle units, but they can't attack air. Most of the mission is air units, so I put them on the top right of the plane, so they just get attacked, not the plane itself.
I see.
Oh my gosh, and this is the mission where the game was literally cheating. They were making units go out of bounds in the cross terrain that they can't normally do. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah,
that's dirty. To Salt Lake City, like what?
That's crazy.
Literally, the price for a flight to Egypt and back from New York City is $800. It's actually cheaper. What the fuck?
What time is Alana's? No, Lena's. Lena, yeah. I just realized I butchered that. I'm so sorry.
Did you ask who Elena was?
No. I'm not that dementia. But
not that dementia. Oh god, I love you, Aaron.
I love you too. Oh, I'm just asking what time it was Saturday.
Oh.
All units. Enemy engagement.
No, don't tell me you forgot.
Got it. On the move. Let's move. We're going.
You're supposed to remember, not forget.
On the way.
Well, it's on Saturday, Aaron, so I think, logically speaking, I'd say it's probably around like 1 p.m.
1 p.m.? Okay. I'll get off at 2 p.m. But,
I'm just guessing. Do not take my word as gospel, my man.
Alright, I won't take it in gospel.
On the move. Rolling. Moving out.
Can you stop flashing your lights at me, you fucking cunt drop?
Okay, it's at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock?
1 hour off.
Okay, how late does it... How late does it go till?
Clear the enemy out of this crater.
Yeah, hold on.
Got it.
Dude, like, fucking ask all your questions at once, Aaron, damn!
On the way.
Sorry. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm not sorry, because this is kind of funny, actually.
Okay, 2 to 5.
2 to 5? Okay.
Okay.
Cool, that means I can actually have time to come over. Okay. Cool. Fuck, I'll probably be there like 3:30. So.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's the same place as your house. Like, it's at your house.
It's actually where I work.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they have a rec room that's huge.
Oh shit!
I rented it out for free.
Oh snap! Let's go, dude.
There.
Oh, yeah. That's actually chill, but. Did I give you like access to the pool and stuff like that, or no?
Oh yeah, dude, that's a lot of the reason when I haven't been hopping on too, is because I've been at the pool, chilling in the hot tub.
Oh,
honestly, that's one thing that my complex is missing. We don't have a hot tub. We have the pool, but we don't have a hot tub.
Same.
Dude, if we had a hot tub, motherfucker, I'd be sitting there all day, every day.
Well, wait till you hear this. Our pool and hot tub is open all year long.
Oh snap!
Because our pool is a heated pool.
That's
you
cool.
lucky fucks. Our pool closes in the winter.
Same at our where we live, the trailer park. But
yeah,
since I work at the apartments, I got a fob.
How far is it from your house? Like, is it
5 minutes?
Oh my god, you lucky duck!
Yeah, no, actually, probably even less. Like, it's literally just the next street over.
Wait, are those the buildings that you showed me when we went to pick up the pizza?
We only have a little time to prep the base.
No, not that way.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because I remember,
it's literally
We'd like your
opposite
command center
direction,
in that crater form.
but the same
Oh.
distance, or like a shorter distance.
Prepping Omega
Like
team
the
now.
pizza
wow.
is farther away.
Oh, damn it, that was a short ass drive.
You bet.
Exactly.
Me. Got it.
Damn.
So yeah, well,
That's
but
sweet,
where
man. Yeah.
right, where I actually work, which is Melrose, is 15 minutes away from my house. But I still have access to the Heights because that's like
Other
main base. I have to
UNSC
go there
units
every
have
day
been
to get
notified
supplies.
and are retreating to your
Oh yeah,
position.
that's sick.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
I still
my.
get the rec room.
That's awesome, actually. I remember my sister, the place she lived at in Florida when she lived down there for like a year. They had the hot tub and the pool all year round. It was pretty cool. But shit, I think when I go home, I'm gonna go for a swim. Actually, damn, talk about the pool and shit make me feel. Problem is, our pool's only 5 feet deep, or like, yeah. So I just like stand there.
Yeah, no, that's the shitty thing too about ours is it's 5 feet too.
Man.
Dude, I just stand there and it's like up to my like right. It's under my chest. It's like up to my.
Cannot see through you, cat. Fuck off.
I'm just like, damn.
That's the thing too. What I like about the pool at our trailer park is it's 8 feet deep.
Dude, I remember when I used to go to when we used to go to my grandmother's place in Michigan. She had a community pool not far away, like a public pool.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, it was like 17 feet deep at the deepest point. They had a diving. Dude, they had a diving board and everything. And I remember I was too scared to jump off the diving board, even though at the time my brother was like, "Oh, I'll catch you," blah blah blah. And he was like a good swimmer. I was too scared.
17 foot deep.
Jeez.
Yeah, and the public.
When I went and did as a kid, I went and did like a little like training program for kids to learn how to do scuba diving.
Yeah.
And the pool there was 13 feet deep, and I thought that was pretty crazy.
Man.
Dude, I remember, like, the only time I ventured into that deep part of the pool was when I was gripping on the edge and fucking climbing around it, like around the perimeter of the pool. That's the only time I ever went into that area. Now, dude, oh my god, I would kill to go into a pool that deep. Anything that makes me feel like a normal person is just fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like a normal sized person.
Yeah.
Supply pad complete.
I used to love going swimming at the beach, but like, nah, dude, I don't want to fuck with no sea life getting mad at me and fucking me up somehow. Like, I've been stung by too many jellyfish. I've stepped on a freaking stingray by accident. Like, God, dude, I'm good. I freaking got stabbed by a sea urchin. I had to go to my wasn't a sea urchin.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, no, I almost got stabbed by a sea urchin.
Oh, almost. Okay.
Yeah, like I put my
All you
foot
gotta
down.
do is pee on your foot.
Well, I don't know, because I remember reading somewhere that like sea urchins are like poisonous or something, or venomous. Sorry. And I was like,
so you gotta pee on the foot.
Yeah, I got scared. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not fucking with sea urchins anymore. And yeah, general
sea
like,
urchins will fuck you up.
yeah, I've been stung a lot by jellyfish. I've been stung by like stingrays.
You're not.
You know. No, it was. I didn't. No, I stepped on its tail and it was like it was like a brief, like just really hard, like strong pinch. It felt like. I don't know what kind of stingray it was, but like I don't know if it was like I don't know what it was, but it was like a stingray. That's what it looked like when it swam away. But yeah, I stepped on like the edge, like at the very edge of its tail. I stepped on it and it like flipped out and ran at me.
Jesus.
But yeah, no, the jellyfish. Oh my god.
That one felt great.
Fucking hate it. And it wasn't like the jellyfish that like fucked you up. No, it was like the ones where it just felt like you were getting poked by needles. That's it. You know, like their stings weren't that strong.
Pelican Bravo 29.
Yeah.
Yeah, There was sea life that I see that, like, when I was at the beach, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Go to Australia and get stung by a jellyfish.
No, dude. Oh, I remember this one. I was swimming in the Mediterranean, so like up in northern Egypt, and sometimes we get dolphin in that area. Very rarely, but sometimes we do. And when I go to the beach, or at least when I did, I would go really far out. Like I would go like past the drop off. You know what I mean? Like if they're like, I would go out there.
Oh fuck that.
See, fuck that.
Fuck that.
Oh, dude, no, I love being in the water. So I used to go out that far, and I hear people like, I barely hear the voices of people calling or something. And I look back and I see people pointing to my left. This was before I needed glasses. So I look, and I see way off in the distance a bunch of splashing. I'm like, oh fuck, and it's coming towards me. So my mind is like, yeah, well, there's a fucking shark and it's coming for my ass, you know? So I start fucking swimming back. I start swimming back to shore. I got out of the way, but if I hadn't moved, here's the scary part. If I didn't notice, like if my attention wasn't drawn to the shore, where I was, I would have been smacked by a fucking dolphin. Like I probably would have like
a dolphin coming.
Yeah, it was dolphin. It was a pod of dolphins. Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 of them. So if I hadn't moved, I would have been smacked in the face by a dolphin. Who knows what would have happened? You know?
Broken neck.
Yeah, like, dude, all the scenarios went through my head, and for the rest of that trip, I did not go into the water, like, past my waist. I didn't go that far at all.
I mean, that's fair. I wouldn't want to either.
Nah, dude. The last time I went swimming at the beach was in New York. I went... what beach was it? It was like the Staten Island beach, and I used to go at night and go night swimming. Dude, it was such a vibe. Like, I swear, like, it was such a vibe. I'd go out with my cigarettes, lay on my back. I used to just float. I didn't do go, like, swimming. I would just float on my back, light a cigarette, and just smoke that shit, dude. It got, like, I barely was able to, like, smoke half of it, because obviously the water spread through my fingers, but it was a fucking vibe.
Yeah.
Dude, it's, like, I'm not gonna lie, that was, like, some of the most peaceful moments was when I would drive down to the beach, or walk down, actually, because I didn't drive too much in New York. Walk down to the beach. It was like a 10-minute walk from where we lived. And just go there with a pack of cigarettes and some sodas. I can kick back on the sand, listen to the waves, look at the moon and the stars. Just vibe.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh!
Justin.
Oh, Chuck and Aaron. Oh, I'll finish first, and then I want to ask them the thing you're talking about.
Mad Max. You ever just get super pissed off that you can't find the last piece of scrap in the base?
Yep. I remember that. I remember that shit.
Annoying. And then you find out that it's actually like up on a ledge, and the only way to get there is by going up this ramp outside of the base. And you're like, why is that even a thing?
Yep.
That's where you go to the devs and you rip their junk off.
I'm gonna rip your nuts off and staple it to your forehead.
Damn.
Turret complete.
That's fucking brutal. Okay, so me and Austin were talking about something, about like just under a week ago, and I want to get y'all's opinion on it and see if y'all would be down to do this. So me and Austin were talking about maybe at some point, like organizing a cruise to Alaska.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, like we were wondering, like, would you all be down to do it if we did plan it?
If at that time I had money.
Guys clear. Bravo 20.
Oh yeah, well that's kind of the idea. So the reason why we were thinking like if we were a big group, it's probably because we'd be able to get like a group rate, and that will probably save a good amount, and it'll like not only that, just like lower the cost on everyone. Where it might end up like if we're a big enough group, it could be like everyone just spends like maybe 200 per person. If we're like 7 people or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, never been on a cruise, so I guess I'll try it.
Neither have I.
Cruise
What about you, Justin? You been on a cruise?
Yeah. Yeah, for Leslie or for Haley's and Myrtle's wedding.
Awesome.
They had a cruise wedding.
Oh, that's sick, actually.
Yeah, it was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Get good food, that's for sure.
Oh, dude. Oh, they had a Guy Fieri restaurant. Oh,
Yeah,
best burgers I've ever had.
Dude, Guy Fieri burgers, and as many as you want all day long. You can just show up, grab food, go. And everything's already paid for, so you could just sit there and eat like 16 burgers back to back if you want.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, dude, I'm sold on a cruise. Let's go.
Sure, I'll keep down the plan sometime, so that sounds like fun.
So yeah, I've been on a handful of cruises, and from my experience, it's like they have several restaurants on board that are kind of like free access, kind of like it's all included in the price of your cruise. So you can go in there and like the one that I went on to Alaska, they had a pizza court, and they just put out pizzas constantly. You could go in line, you could just build a massive plate of pizza, eat it all, and then go to your room, lay down for an hour, and go, I want more pizza. Go back and just fill up your plate again and eat more pizza if you want.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So now, if you're looking for some, now they also do like an organized dinner thing. So you're like every night they do like a sit-down dinner thing. You have a specific time that you show up, and then you sit down. They give you a menu, and you just choose something, and they bring it to you.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and now if you wanted something different, you don't have to go to that dinner thing, because they might give you like a menu for the cruise of like, hey, this is kind of what you can expect for like this meal sit-down thing. That's part of your package thing. If you don't want what's available, there are other restaurants on board that you can actually pay. Like there was one that I went on when I went to Ensenada, where they had like a sushi restaurant. You could go sit down and you could order something, and the guy would make it right in front of you and like give it to you. But you would have to.
Cool.
It wasn't included in your package, so you had to pay for the sushi. But yeah.
Local units.
Other UNSC units
I'm
retreating to your position.
Like for me, it would be a double experience going on a cruise and going to Alaska. So
Complete.
I'm fucking in.
Fun to go to.
That's what I'm saying. And also was telling me about like the stuff that he did when he went with his grandmother. Dude, such cool shit.
A Spartan is down.
Yeah, so we wanted to do the Alaska cruise because, well, Noah really wants to go to Alaska and kind of explore. And there's a bunch of really fun excursions we can do. And we go up to like Juneau or Sitka and stuff, and whatever we wanted to do, we could sit down in a group for everyone who like wanted to go and knew that they were going to plan it and save up for it and do the thing. Then we could sit down in a call and look through like Carnival cruises or whatever cruise liner we choose. And we can choose our excursions together, and then whoever wants to pay for certain ones can pay for theirs. And then, because I imagine, depending on who wants to go, right? Some people might want to have drinks, like alcoholic beverages. And if that's the case, and you want to get the drinks package, the alcoholic drinks package, then you'll have to have a room separate from Noah and I, because we're not going to be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys would have to have your own room for doing that stuff, but yeah.
I mean, I don't plan to drink, so I guess I can join you guys. So
yeah,
I've been sober for I think 2 years now, so I've been.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Good, so.
Fucking
did you have a drinking problem?
No, I just did for health issues. So.
Oh shit.
Evac Pelican inbound with UNSC
And also,
survivors.
like,
Cover us.
I know, for me, I'm just like, it makes me fat and costs money, so for me, it's not worth it.
Super high in calories to drink,
Yeah.
especially if you do it like you have a couple drinks every night or something just to like relax or something. It can, yeah, easily drink 500
And then
calories.
after those reasons, I also was told by my doctor, like, I can't drink because of my gallbladder. So I'm like, huh, well, good thing I already started doing this. So
yeah, well, there you go.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Scans indicate the Covenant are building a large plasma weapon.
Supply pad upgrade.
But yeah, no, that would be like, I figured, you know, instead of it just being like a small thing that, you know, I did solo or just, you know, like, no, like, everyone, let's fucking see it. Yeah. Let's do it.
Supply pad upgrade.
Is it just me or is it windy as a motherfucker?
I mean, I'm not outside, so I have no idea.
No, I'm in Illinois. I'm just kind of, I'm feeling that. I shouldn't need, you know, I'm sort of hate this fuel gauge. It's a digital fuel gauge, and it doesn't read the fuel correctly.
Fortress upgrade.
Weird.
Love that.
Like, I filled it up, and it still believes that it's, like, less than half a tank.
Oh,
and right now it's reading that I only have a range of 81 miles, but I filled it up, like, right before I joined the call, actually. So it's just like, yeah, we're on some shit. Yo.
Have you been driving all day?
Not all day. I started driving at around 3 p.m. my time, so like 2 your time. No, 4 p.m. my time, so 3 your time. Yeah, I was supposed to hit the road at like 11 a.m., 12, but like half the order didn't even make it to the slaughterhouse set, like that, the live animals to get slaughtered and like prepped. Because the farmer apparently had like a flat tire. He had like multiple flat tires. I don't know what happened, but anyway, so it got delayed for that reason.
Roadside to cut a corner in a dirt parking lot and ran over glass bottles or something.
Probably, or I mean, it's happened to me before where just some really sharp object gets picked up by one tire and it just like combos the rest. Remember, I had that. I had 3 flat tires at one point because that was one of my drives and 2 of my trailer axles on opposite sides.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was such a pain in the ass. It was like $2,000 to change those tires. Yeah, dude, truck tires are no fucking joke, man. Getting a flat on a semi, oof!
We're ready to help.
You're talking around $800 per tire.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. It didn't cost me because at the time I was a company driver. I wasn't doing anything, but you know, I saw the bill, so. All right, I'm gonna take this exit and just top off on fuel, just to remove any chance of there being a
That
problem.
reminds me of when we had our radiator replaced out in the middle of ass fuck nowhere. Because we had to limp over to Ma and Pa Trucking Repair Shop, you know, and they replaced the radiator on our truck, and I just, from hearing over the phone, it sounded like several grand.
Yeah, replacing a radiator is around. A friend of mine was a diesel mechanic, so he kind of ran it down.
Yeah.
Replacing a radiator, he's suddenly like around 3 to 5K.
Oh, god damn!
Yeah.
That's a whole car right there.
Yeah, the most expensive repair on a semi is the transmission.
Oh jeez.
And
I know that's expensive.
Replacing a semi's transmission could cost up to $14,000.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yep. And I know that because I know someone who had the situation. And they had to replace. Yeah, that's why when you become an owner-operator, everyone's like, you want to have at least 20,000 just for truck repairs on hand at all times.
Yeah.
Like the most expensive thing is $14,000. So if you have
You have
20,
your normal saving account, and then you have your truck emergency repair account. And so
Yep,
you
exactly.
have 20 grand in there, and you don't touch it because that's not your money. That's your truck's money.
Exactly, that's your truck's like, oh, I sprained my toe.
I sprained my toe. Lol.
Dude, fucking trucks are so expensive to maintain. Yeah, if you look at the fuel cost alone, dude, if you're running on average, for like, okay, if you're running legal, you'll hit around 3,000 miles a week.
Okay.
3,000 miles a week is 2 full tanks of diesel. Yeah, about just no, like a tank and a half, really, like a fill up and a half. So, average price of diesel now is like $3.50, and this is per week. So you're talking a diesel fill up is around on a.
More resources.
It's like $900.
Okay.
To $1,000 for a fill up from empty to full. And then half of that, so it's around like say like $1,500 is a good ballpark for diesel costs in 1 week. That's just diesel. That's not.
Because like, I mean, I think we're getting a discount over at FedEx, but we fill up. We fill up every single night.
Wow.
Every night. I mean, granted, we do run 1,000 miles a day.
Yeah.
I run 500. My teammate runs 500. It's about 1,000 miles, so we fill up every single night. And I think we're it's like 134 gallons every single day of diesel.
Yeah.
And we fill up jet every other night.
Yeah, 134 gallons. It's about $400 to $500 fill up.
I think for us it's like 400.
Yeah, you guys are probably getting a massive discount from easy fuel FedEx. But OTR, if you're filling up at like Pilots, Loves, Petro, TA type shit, then yeah, you're not looking at any of those discounts. Which is, it's fucking sucks. But, yeah, so that's just diesel. That's not including tolls. That's not including mileage maintenance costs. That's not including any unexpected damages. That's not including scaling every load you get. On average, it's like a week of expenses of operating expenses for a semi could range anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000 a week. Yeah, I think my most expensive cost of operation week was around $4,700 cost of operation. Because I had done like 5,000 miles that week, which is fucking out of this world, by the way. And it's like nigh impossible unless you drive like I do. So, which is not legal. But anyway, allegedly,
allegedly. In GTA.
Yeah, you gotta cover your, in GTA.
This is all right.
100%. If you drive like I allegedly do, 5,000 miles, let's see. The company takes 15 cents per mile for maintenance costs, plus $800 for the leasing costs. So I get charged $800 a week just to have to lease the vehicle from them. Plus 15 cents per mile driven as maintenance costs. So basically you do 0.15 times 5,000. And then add in diesel. Diesel's around like 2,500 that week. Because I did 2 full fill-ups and 2.5 full tanks. Yeah, it added up to almost 4,500 or 4,700 as operating costs.
Jesus. And you pay all that out of pocket, or?
I don't pay it out of pocket. So how it works is I take 80% of the gross.
Okay.
Company takes 20%.
Gotcha.
So that 80% of the gross is where all those deductions happen. So let's say let's just get a round number. For example, let's say my gross on the truck this week was $10,000.
Okay.
80% of that is mine, so that means $8,000 is mine. 2,000 is the company's. Okay, the company they took their 2K. That's it. Now we look at my 8. Okay, then we're gonna look at if I remember correctly, you start out every week negative $1,080.
Okay, so that's the base maintenance cost.
That's the base.
Okay.
Yeah, that's base. That's literally that. If you do not drive, that's what you owe.
Okay.
Because how it works out is between the lease cost and like basically them taking care of the paperwork and all the taxes that you have to pay as a truck driver. We have to pay something called IFTA. You have to pay, which is basically a road tax, like the taxes for using for the highways, stuff like that. You add up all these taxes and all the admin fees and everything, it comes out to $1,084 base. And then you tack on whatever your cost for diesel is. I always used to ballpark it around. I used to budget myself at $2,000 a week for diesel.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, I am pigeonholed to fuel at only Pilots and Flying J's, which are the more pricier of the options.
Okay.
So that's that. And then for mileage, I would always plan to do around 4,000 miles a week. So times that by 0.15. And then, yeah, so that's basically how I used to do all the calculations. I have a whole spreadsheet and everything where I do all the math and, you know.
That's cool that you do all the math stuff.
Yeah, you know, it's because essentially it's, you know, I'm an LLC, so I gotta have, like, expenses and all this annoying shit, so.
More resources.
Kinda have to.
Yeah, man. Uncle Sam's gotta make their money, too.
Yeah. It's not I won the lottery, it's we won the lottery.
Yeah, Uncle Sam's like, hey, you won $20 million? That's so cool, man. Give me 10.
Yeah. Actually.
Like they just deadpan look at you. Give me 10. You don't want to go to prison, do you? No, that's what I thought. Give me 10.
So silly.
Alrighty, I just arrived at the stop I'm going to make. I'm going to hit the restroom because I literally haven't stopped to use the restroom since I started driving.
Dang!
And I'm less than an hour. Yeah, you do like 95% of your drive and then you stop to just, you know.
Yeah.
Take a minute.
I usually go like 1/3 of the way, take a piss, stop halfway, eat, and then I deadhead the rest of the way.
Man, how I do it is depending obviously on my stomach situation, but normally when I drive, I make sure I drive on an empty stomach.
Oh, why so? On an empty stomach, so you don't have to poop?
Oh, I just yeah, I don't take that to use the restroom while I'm driving.
Yeah, no, if I was driving hungry, I'd be pissed off the entire way.
I'm used to it with the fasting and all that, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, well,
not some conditioning. Alrighty, boys. Let me hit the restroom here and I'll hop back in. Back.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna be going to bed. I'm getting fucking tired.
Why are you like
this, dude?
I had a busy week, and it's only Tuesday.
Oh yeah, it is only Tuesday.
Alright, have a good night, man.
Yeah, have a good night, dude.
Good night, buddies.
Alright.
Noah, will you be back home tomorrow?
Yes. I should be home tomorrow night.
Okay, so tomorrow we could do the Baldur's Gate or Helldivers, either or.
I would have to install Baldur's Gate, but yeah, I'd be done.
Oh, well. We can always do Baldur's Gate another time, depending on how long it takes.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
For sure.
Alright.
Sorry to not stay on longer. I'm just...
Nah, it's okay.
Oh, you're good, it's fine. I'm just messing with you.
Nah, no one.
Alright, love you, man. See you.
Alright, love you guys.
Love you, man.
Bye. Bye. Alright, I'll be back, guys.
Okay.
Supply pad complete. Turret improved.
And their nose too.
Yeah. It was unknown, I'm just kidding.
Enemy engagement.
Help is coming.
I think I'm gonna run to Mickey D's on the way up to work.
Oh, you went to Mickey D's?
I'm going to, I think.
Ooh, yummy.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. I've been getting their like freaking chicken strips.
Spartan Team
So.
Omega is prepped and
Chicken
ready.
strips?
Pelican is on
Yeah.
I usually just get the double cheeseburgers.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't really get their sandwiches. I don't really like their hamburgers. I don't like the chicken nuggets, the fries, and their chicken strips.
Yeah, I go there to get their shitty burgers.
Gotcha.
More Spartans! Serena, you never disappoint.
Down. A Spartan is down. Supply pad complete. A Spartan is down. A Spartan is down.
We'll clean up this mess. Where to?
Supply pad complete. Turret complete. Supply pad upgraded.
Let's see what these Spartans can do. Push the Covenant back.
Turret improved.
Where to? Going. 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 Begin healing targets. Going. This is too easy. Where to? Going. 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 Hostile target. Going. 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 Going.
Supply pad complete.
Spinning up max firing. Where to? Where to?
Supply pad complete. Supply pad upgraded. Supply pad complete.
Regenerate healing targets.
Turret complete. Supply pad complete. Supply pad complete.
Spinning up Mac blast incoming.
So, what you up to right now, Ashton?
Field armory
Playing some
complete.
Mad Max.
Oh, snap. Okay. Which is it like multiple Mad Maxes or like I never really played those games before?
There might be multiple. I don't know.
Okay.
But this is just let's see. What does it say on Steam? It's yes, game. I wanted to alt tab. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll tap and crash
I
my
think
game.
it's literally just called Mad Max.
Okay. Oh, just like the movie?
Yeah, it's kind of
okay.
like Fury Road a little bit. So you play Max,
Okay.
Mad Max,
Mm-hmm.
and the premise of the game, your character has just been wandering the wastes forever, looking for a purpose in life, essentially, from what I understand. And you're driving around, and they call it like the Black or something like that. It's like this really today's standards, it's not very nice. It's a rust bucket that has but it's basically like a muscle car that's modded for like wasteland survival type stuff, and it's painted black, and it's supposed to be like this V8 powerhouse in the wasteland, and you drive around in it, and at the beginning of the game there's this war boss that like ambushes you.
Okay.
And you have to get out of your car because something happens. I can't remember, but like you get ambushed, and they like basically beat you within an inch of your life, and then they steal your car and leave.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and in the fight, you end up like killing the war boss, but out of fuel. Which all of a sudden. But yeah, in the very beginning, you technically kill the main war boss.
Okay.
But now the game is basically you essentially trying to get your car back.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm assuming cars are very like hard to come by.
Not necessarily. There's a lot of cars in the game. The gameplay in this game is split in two.
Oh, snap!
So,
okay.
If you want, I can stream for a little bit so you can kind of get an idea. But,
I will. Actually, I need to finish this mission, and I'll be down to watch if you're still up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep streaming until I get off.
Because I've been trying to do game capture, but I don't know why. But it's been like dumb with game capture, so I'm doing display capture.
Yeah.
Turret complete.
No, I would definitely look
But
to see
this game, it's split into two different types of gameplay styles. So you have like car combat and driving around the map. That's how you get around the map. It's a big map.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a big wasteland, yeah, and there's all sorts of different locations that have different provinces that have different like landscapes and stuff, and how you get around is your car or a car anyway.
Okay.
But then there's also like these bases that you go around and you destroy these bases. They're like oil pumps, oil rigs, war camps of like guys full of or bases full of guys, and how you and you go and so you can get out of your vehicle and you can be on foot and you can go into these little bases and there's like little places where you can loot to get scrap parts for cars and whatnot. And
so you can
find,
get
like,
out your
little-
vehicle. Okay.
Yeah, you can get out of your vehicle, and then there's like combat. It's almost it kind of plays like a little bit kind of like a superhero fighter where it's just you and a bunch of guys, and you kind of switch between guys, and you're punching them, and you're fighting them, and then a guy comes out of nowhere to attack you, so you have to like counter it, and then you punch them, and then you'll have multiple guys coming in, and you have to like time things a little bit. And there's like certain combos you can set up a little bit, and so there is that.
Okay.
Yeah, and you explore, and you run around inside these enemy bases, and you have to take out like their insignias.
Okay.
You loot them for all the scrap, and then you blow up or just do whatever the main objective is for that camp, and you take out the camp or whatever. And then as you take out these camps, and then as you're driving around too, there's like these big convoys that'll drive around on these roads out in the middle of nowhere, and you can take out the convoys doing road combat. So you're like ramming people, and you're trying to make sure that other people can't ram you. And yeah, it's pretty fun. I really like this game.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'd like to ram someone.
Yeah.
Ram
Branch. You ever been
there?
Oh man.
I know it's switching off topics.
I'm gonna
but
do something. No, go ahead. You're
I was
fine.
gonna say I'm actually excited to do that cruise. I've never been on one. It'd be cool to do with you guys because like you have been on cruise, so you can like show me like what's up and everything. So.
Yeah, I get the idea. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. I could show you around. It wouldn't take very long. You get the idea, and then basically we just hang out. We just chill. Like there's not much to it. You just chill, hang out. They have things like karaoke night, like it's got places you can go to if you want to.
Okay.
They have like different bars all throughout the entire ship. They have like a gambling room you can go and you can gamble if you want. Yeah.
All right, guys.
There's all sorts of different things.
I'm gonna shove 200 strips down my throat.
Damn. Dude's going.
I mean,
motherfucker.
I'll probably end up bringing some like paints and miniatures and just like painting on the first ship or whatever.
I love that.
Fuck it. Yeah, it's like you can bring stuff to do.
I
have certain rules of what you can and can't bring on the ship.
Oh, really? What can't you bring?
You cannot bring your own alcohol.
Oh.
Can't bring your own alcohol?
No.
The immersion is fucked. I don't want to go anymore.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you can't bring like knives or like weapons or anything like
that. That makes sense.
I think that's pretty straightforward.
I mean, that makes sense, but also fuck that shit. What if I want to bring my own guns? The fuck?
Yeah, well, I mean, take that up with them.
Yeah, straight I will. Fucking mass shoot the shit out of it. Alright, let me get my fucking receipt because it didn't print at the pump.
Damn.
What pump was I on? 9?
Okay.
Supply pad upgrade.
I was on pump 9, it didn't print at the pump, so let's come inside. Thank you very much. You have a good one.
All units.
I wanna be
like no one ever was. Chase them was my real research.
Real shit though, I don't want to be forever young, man. Let me get old. Let me get into my fucking where I was meant to be.
Let me be 56 for the rest of my life, but like one of those gray wolves.
Yeah, like yeah. Let me get like let me be like 45. I think 45 is a good age.
Yeah, there we go. 40 sounds better. Or maybe 30s. I kind of down to be 30s.
I don't know. For me, I think, yeah, 40. I would be 40.
More
Wait, for
resources
what?
required.
Get to choose to be one age for the rest of your life.
You choose 40? Fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
You have so many fucking issues. Well, not a lot of issues, but like I feel like that's you're past your prime at that point, and you're just kind of on the slow slope down after that.
Well, let's see. Scientifically, I think our prime is like 33.
I think scientifically I've already passed my prime.
Bro, I already have back issues, man.
Well, that wouldn't necessarily be because of like genetic. Like it could be genetics, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I remember reading like that. Yeah, like strictly speaking, the human prime is 33.
Huh, interesting.
That's like the peak of your prime. Yeah.
Now okay. I need some ground rules for this laid out for me to understand what's happening here. So
Okay, like monkey paws and shit.
Well, maybe not even monkey paws, but like, what are the rules for this? How's this working? Like, I'm choosing an age to be for the rest of my life. Does that mean I have the emotional intelligence of that age for the rest of my life, and I don't learn more?
You'll keep
things?
So if the age is older than what you are now, you will continue aging until you reach that age.
Okay, and then you cap at that age, and you just don't age anymore until the day you die, which means, does that mean you're immortal because you don't technically age or die of natural causes?
I would say no.
Whenever
the
the universe has decided how you will die, like if you die of natural causes at age 85, then you'll hit age 40, like you said, and you'll be 40 years old until, technically speaking, when you're 80-something years old.
Yes,
You die of
exactly.
natural. Okay, that's fair there.
So it's purely just appearance and like functions of your body.
If I choose 22 years old,
okay.
Does that mean me, as in right now, all of the experience that I have right now get erased back to when I was 22, and I start up from there?
No, I would say if you decide to regress age-wise, then you will retain all your memories and your experiences.
Supply pad upgraded. Turret improved. Turret improved. Supply pad complete.
The ultimate fuck you. Aaron.
Yeah?
I was going along and I found a sniper tower that was being a bitch, so I sat there and I took it out, but while I was taking it out, there was this car that was chasing me that kept ramming into me. And I was like, God, you're a fucking annoying ass. So, after I took out the sniper tower, I pulled out my harpoon gun and ripped his tire off.
Oh shit, let's go.
So he was dead in the water, basically, just sitting there.
Okay.
So the guy got out of his car, and I drove around, and I pulled out, like, I kind of have this weird, like, they call it a thunder harpoon, but it's essentially like a rocket launcher. That's kind of what it is.
Oh shit, that's cool.
And the guy was running towards me to try to, like, jump on my car and beat me up.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Client is calling to see where I'm at.
Okay, you're good.
And the guy was running at me, and
so
I shot the harpoon at him, and he just blew up.
That's
I was
actually
like,
funny.
yeah, that's right. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Supply pad.
Eat shit, liberal.
Alright, so where did we stop, Austin? Where were we on the rules?
Supply pad upgraded.
You were explaining the rules, and then you died.
Yeah.
Then you died.
Okay, so we were talking about if you decide to age backwards, you'll just take on the appearance and basically like the health, like basically how you physically were at 22, but mentally and everything, you'll be the age that you are now.
And all this hypothetical, you can gain more experience afterwards.
Yeah,
your age.
you continue living life like normal. The only thing is you just physically don't age.
The only way for me to explain it is to do the most extreme. So if I went back to 5 years old, I don't like
boss baby.
I'm not capped. I'm not capped at the mental capacity of a 5-year-old for the rest of my life.
God, being 5 for the rest of my life.
And you grow, I would kill myself. But yeah, like, you'll be in the body. Basically, you'll be in the body of that age, but mentally, you'll be whatever age you really are. But that doesn't include like, oh, I'm forgetful now. It means like knowledge, wisdom, shit like that. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
You know. But when it comes like whatever age you were going to die at, that you will still die at that age.
Okay.
For me, I would probably do 35 or 40.
You're crazy.
The reason why I say 35 is because that physical, like the prime ages are from 33 to 45. Like that's one thing that I read a while ago. It's like a whole study that was done. Now, the reason why I say 40 is a pretty solid age. You know, I feel like 40 is a pretty solid age. I know some people think of 40-year-olds as old. To me, 40-year-olds are still fucking young, you know?
Well, that's where we differ, and I'm gonna just disagree with you politely.
Well, the reason why
I'm gonna politely hardcore disagree with you.
Politely hardcore. I'm sorry.
The reason why I don't consider 40-year-olds as old people is because my parents had me when my mom was 40, my dad was 43.
Oh shit, let's go.
So to me, yeah, 40 is not old at all.
I feel
to me,
like
honestly, I start considering people old when they hit like 65.
So my stepdad's parents are not old then.
How old are your stepdad's parents?
I think they're like in their 50s.
What the fuck?
They're like late 50s maybe.
Damn.
Okay,
Oh,
you have to keep in mind, my whole family, even my stepdad's family, are fairly young. Like my grandmother on my mom's side, they're in like their 60s right now.
Really?
They just recently
oh my goodness.
retired. They just recently retired.
Way.
Okay,
as of like a few years
you need
ago.
to tell me my parents are as old as your grandparents?
Yes. My mother had
Damn.
me when she was like 18 years old.
I remember that. Yeah, you're talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you did mention that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So,
I don't know. To me, it's just like it's,
me and my parents, we share like a fair amount in common because we're not that crazy on the grand scale of things. We're not that far apart age-wise, which is kind of weird. But
I have
like, yeah.
cousins who have a bigger age gap with than you do with your parents. I have a cousin who's in his 50s.
I think it also like depends if you're a male or female. I feel like males do better when they get older than females just do a lot worse.
I know, dude. Like, listen, I've seen some pretty I've seen some pretty smoking 40-year-old women. I will say, I have seen some fairly attractive 40-year-old women.
To each their own.
I'm not saying, look, wait, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying I'm out here looking for a cougar or something. I'm just saying, like, I have seen some 40-year-old women that when they take care of themselves,
yeah, okay.
Than 20-year-old.
That makes sense. I think what I should say instead is like it depends more like how well they take care of themselves.
That's what it comes down to, okay? Like, I'll tell you something. My dad was born in 1957.
Damn!
So my dad is So 3 years, that's 1960.
Right. 8 years after World War II. Wow. Jeez.
Yes. I'm trying to do the mental math here. I think my dad turns. Okay, so wait. In 2 years, my dad turned 68 this year. This August, my dad turned 60.
Well, this little field trip is a bust. Anders, is there anything out here except for that huge alien dome thing?
Scans seem clear. Shall we see what's inside?
Looks like we only shook the beehive. We got multiple bogeys incoming.
All units.
Rolling. You got it.
Enemy engagement.
You bet. I'm on it.
All units.
On the move. Sure thing. Going. Sure thing. Going. Got it. I'm there. Going. You bet. Going. Rolling out. Let's ride. Moving out. Rolling. I'm going. On the move. On the way.
Turret complete.
Let's go. Let's ride. Let's go. Let's go. Shoots me. Got it. Going. You bet. Got it. I'm there. On the move. You got it. I'm there. On the way. Sure thing. Got it. Well, this little field trip is a bust. Anders, is there anything out here except for that huge alien dome thing?
Scans seem clear. Shall we see what's inside?
Looks like we only shook the beehive. We got multiple bogeys incoming.
All units.
Rolling. 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 You got it. Rolling.
Turret complete. Supply pad complete. Turret complete. Supply pad complete.
Any more bright ideas, Anders?
Data from the shelling proves we're on the right track, but we'll need to simultaneously launch from multiple rhinos.
Reactor complete. Turret improved. Supply pad complete. Supply pad upgraded. Turret improved. More resources required. Supply pad complete. Supply pad upgraded. Supply pad upgraded. Supply pad upgraded. Enemy engagement. Turret complete. Turret improved. Fortress upgrade complete. Turret complete. Turret improved. Reactor complete. Field armory complete. Base under attack. Turret upgraded.
ready. Healing target.
Reactor improved. Turret upgraded. Enemy engagement. Reinforcements researched. Reserves researched. Reactor improved.
Reject healing target.
Enemy engagement. Vehicle depot complete.
Position healing targets.
Deflection plating researched. Enemy engagement. Piercing shot researched. More resources required.
Cobra, rolling out. Cobra, locked and loaded. Cobra, ready to fire. Cobra, prepped. Cobra loaded up. Cobra, locked and loaded.
More resources required.
Cobra, ready to fire.
More resources required.
Cobra loaded up.
More resources required.
Cobra, rolling out.
Enemy engagement.
Cobra, ready to fire.
More resources required.
Cobra, front. Cobra loaded up. Regenerate healing targets. Cobra, locked and loaded. Cobra,
All units.
rolling out.
Local units.
Going on our way. Moving to checkpoint. Relocation, going. On the way.
Enemy engagement.
Where to? Setting up. We're going. Cobra, ready to fire. Loaded and firing. Moving out. Moving. Ready to roll. Lock down. Set me up. Moving to position. Cobra loaded up. Paint the target. New position. Deploying. Going.
Enemy engagement.
On the way. Cobra, locked and loaded. Where do you want me? Locking down. Lock down.
Base under attack.
Regenerate healing targets. Rolling out.
Harvest Surface Command, Pillar of Autumn. Request for Plasma Rhino is approved. Rhino is inbound. The Rhino has arrived. Get it to position 1.
Pelicans, in pickup coordinates set. Transport is a go. Online and rolling.
Already at maximum.
I'll take control of that Rhino to calibrate the shots.
Enemy engagement.
Request for Plasma Rhino received. It's en route.
Rhinos are expensive. I've called for some ODSTs to protect this one. Ready to rock. Wanda, Pelican, pick up coordinates set. Right here.
I've marked the second position. Request another Rhino and get it to that site.
The area is secure. Get a Rhino in place. Moving. Oh, perfect. There's a stinking Covenant outpost right where you marked. We better take that out first. Where to? Yes. We're going.
Base under attack.
I'm there. Relocation.
Rhinos are in position and ready to fire. Firing rhinos in 3, 2, 1.
Regeneration ready. Healing targets. Not much effect, but it looks like we're making some progress. Yes, sir. Cobra, ready to fire. Orders, we're going. Cobra ready.
I've marked the 3rd position.
Where do you want me? Where to? You got it. Moving out, moving. Cobra loaded up. Relocation. Loaded up. Locking down. Cobra ready. Locked
Enemy
down.
engagement. Enemy engagement.
Moving to checkpoint. Rhino being overrun. Need immediate support. Setting up.
Enemy engagement.
On the way.
Plasma Rhino request acknowledged.
We're gonna need a transport to get the Rhino to that position. Rhino, set to go. Begin healing targets. Moving. Pelicans, in pickup coordinates set. Transport is a go.
Enemy engagement. Local units.
Cobra, prep. Going.
Base under attack.
Moving out.
Enemy engagement.
Moving to position. Deploying. Take the target. You got it. Ready to roll. Set me up. Lock down. Yes, sir. In position. Deploying. Regenerate healing targets. Relocation. Where do you want me? Paint the target. You got it.
Enemy engagement.
Locking down. Set me up. On our way. Moving out. Loaded up. On the way. Moving out. On our way. On our way.
Enemy engagement.
Where to? Relocation. Cobra ready. Setting up. Orders. Deploying. Lock down. Cobra loaded up. Moving out. Firing. Moving. Going. To position. Begin healing targets. Pelicans, pick up coordinates set.
Enemy engagement.
Right here.
Base under attack.
On the way. Locking down. Moving. Cobra ready. We're
Enemy
going.
engagement.
Got it. Relocation. Setting up. Lock down. Fueled up. and
Enemy
rolled.
engagement.
Moving.
Rhinos ready. Firing in 3, 2, 1.
Holy hell, they have locusts!
Enemy engagement.
My calculations show that 2 more rhinos will be necessary to open a hole big enough. The final 2 positions have been marked.
Locked on target. Moving to checkpoint.
Already at maximum
The
population.
Covenant must have figured out what we're doing. We're gonna need a larger force to take those locations. Relocation.
Roger that. Plasma rhino delivery is in the air.
Rhino, Pelicans, inbound. Pickup coordinates set. Transport is a go. Going.
Enemy engagement.
To fire. Deploying.
Already at maximum population.
Here we go.
Only 1 more rhino to get into position. Roger that. Plasma rhino delivery is in the air.
Rhino requesting backup now. Set me up. Locking down. Rhino here. Pelicans in pickup coordinates set. Transport aborted. On the way. On it. Regeneration ready. Regeneration aborted. Healing targets.
Already at maximum population.
Good to go. Paint the target. Relocation. Orders. We're going. Where to? Moving. Cobra, rolling out. Setting up. Loaded up. Deploying.
Enemy engagement.
Locking down. Cobra, locked and loaded.
Enemy engagement.
Going. You got it.
Enemy engagement.
Gun ready. Setting up.
Enemy engagement.
Regeneration, healing targets. Cobra ready.
Enemy engagement.
Solution acquired. Locked in.
Forge is down.
Moving out. Lock down.
Base under attack. Enemy engagement.
Orders. Locking down. Loaded up. Moving to checkpoint. Deploying.
Enemy engagement.
Pelicans in pickup coordinates set. Right here.
More resources required. Enemy engagement.
Healing targets.
Enemy engagement. Enemy engagement.
Cobra loaded up.
Enemy engagement.
Yes, sir. Setting up. to? Race locked in. On the way. Deploying. Moving out. Cobra, prepped. Locking down.
Enemy engagement. Base under attack.
Cobra loaded up.
Enemy engagement.
Regeneration healing targets. On our way. Where do you want me? Cobra, locked and loaded.
Enemy engagement.
Yes, sir. Rhino taking fire.
Plasma Rhino request acknowledged.
Enemy engagement.
Moving out. Moving to position. Rhino dropped in. Target locked. Going. Moving to checkpoint. Locked on. On our way. Setting up. You got it. Yes, sir. On the way. Locked down. Locked on target.
Already at maximum population.
On the move. Here we go.
Enemy engagement.
We're going. Moving to position. Moving to position.
Already at maximum population.
Cobra, ready to fire.
Local units.
On the way. Engaging. Take the target. In position. Cobra, prep. Locking down.
Local units.
Deploying. Healing targets. Cobra, rolling out.
Local units.
Range locked in.
Turret complete.
Cobra, locked and loaded. Setting up. Ready to roll. Lock down. Cobra, ready to fire. Pelicans, pick up coordinates set. Transport is a go.
Local units. Turret improved.
On the way. On our way.
Enemy engagement. Enemy engagement.
You got it.
Local units.
Rhino was lost. Get one back in position.
Roger that. Plasma Rhino delivery is in the air.
Moving to checkpoint.
Enemy engagement.
Cobra, prepped. On the way. Rhino, ready to rock. We're ready. Pelicans, inbound. Pick up coordinates set. Right here.
Local units.
We're going. Firing. On our way. Moving out. Moving. Relocation. We're going. Rhino, need support. ASAP. Rolling out. Healing targets.
We'll have that rhino on the ground in no time.
We've lost the rhino. Moving to position. Rhino, set to go. Pelicans, in pickup coordinates set. Transport is a go.
All units.
Moving to checkpoint. Moving out. Going. Moving. Relocation. Yes, sir.
Cross your fingers. Firing all rhinos in 3, 2, 1. The dome power supply is overloaded. We got it.
Enemy.
Spinning
Mech
up,
is coming
Mac
online.
blast,
Single
incoming.
turret
Mac on
available.
target. Mac blast
Mech
aborted.
fully online. All rounds loaded. I'll take out the remaining structures.
All right. The dome generators and air defenses are the main targets. Light them up. Nice work. Let's get down there and see what the Covenant found so damning. Nice work. Let's get down there and see what the Covenant found so damning.
Left. So I need to do. I think I can just do this. Okay.
Saying I have to fucking actually bind all this shit.
No, cringe.
Putting up your guy.
Yeah. Figure since you got the cool hat on, well, I'll put a cool hat on. Oh. Spider and what is that? The bosses.
Butcher. Oh, that's the butcher. He cuts people. He cuts them in half and burns them alive.
Sounds lovely.
The dirty dog you are. Cunt. Like the dirty little slut you are. Oh, spider's here.
Where?
Pretty sure I heard the spider here.
The map is saying there's nothing. I think.
Armor started. Okay. I must have heard something else then. That was weird. Careful, there's dogs. Let's go this way. Are we on 1 or 2? Oh, we're on 2. Okay, we gotta go south then. So fuck with this. Bunch of dogs over here. That's we can avoid them. Holy shit, there's a lot of dogs. Oh my god. Birds.
Oh no! Oops.
Yeah, the compound at Ironworks.
Oh, oh, hey, J-Pup.
Hello.
Hello. What's going on?
I'm doing some Halors right now.
Okay.
And it's the lamppost thing all over again.
Should have. Wait.
Instead, I'm using little metal,
Let's get across the water real quick. Right here.
Rods.
Okay, so... What are y'all doing? That's what I thought.
Careful, you're running. Gotta be fighting a boss right now. They're running around. Ooh, fuck. Alright, I'm on this side. Trying to get as close as I possibly can. Shooting something. We gotta get close.
Let's go. Wow. Holy crap, that worked.
They're fighting the boss right now.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to explain that in the video.
Come on, come on. We gotta get across this river.
Good.
Careful of the... They know we're here. They're
That
still alive.
was actually easy. It's insane.